Hello, everybody. Happy middle of the week. It's hump day, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun. I am Melanie Hirschhorn. I like to say that I bridge the gap between publishing and PR by helping authors who are subject matter experts in their nonfiction or in their children's book category, and I help them create their online foundation, their online platform, so that they can amplify their authority and really sell books and do all the things. So today I am super excited because we are here with Authority Marketing Live and we have a wonderful guest. Her name is Cathy Fyock, and she is a book coach, and she helps people go from an idea to actually writing their book. They are subject matter experts, and she helps them take their ideas and create a beautiful book that they can then use to leverage and grow. And I'm very excited to bring her on. So here she is. Hi, Cathy.
Hey, Melanie, great to see you. I'm excited to talk with you today.
Yeah, me too. Thanks so much for being here. So why don't we start by talking about how you help authors, and then we're going to talk about your book too. So to begin with, how can authors work with you?
Okay, so if someone is having trouble getting started writing their book, or they know they need to write a book about their expertise, but they just don't know how to get started, or they get started and they get stuck, I'm your person. And that's where I really help people get it from this idea that's in your head, or maybe it's something that you're speaking about. Maybe you have an online course about it, whatever. It's your expertise. You want to have the book. You want to be the one who wrote the book on your topic. I'm the person that helps you get it from that idea to the written page.
Wonderful. And then as I was saying before we went on, and then I take them, it's like we're almost like a conveyor belt.
I know. I love that.
And I take them and I help them create their online presence based on the book, because it's so important to leverage that book once you've written it. And I know
absolutely, but also important that you write the right book, because not every book will take you where you want to go. So it's important to be really clear about where you want your business to go, what is the kind of work you want to be doing, what is the kind of speaking that you'd like to be doing, so that you're targeting the right audience and you're creating the right message that will create the right follow-on work for you, so that you can do your thing out in the world.
Exactly. And I think that's something that we really need to emphasize, because yes, you can want to write a book. I mean, I'm sure at some point everyone in the world has had a thought, I want to write a book. But
yes,
it's a strategic book that you're helping them write. It's not just like a legacy book or I'm going to tell a story of what happened in my childhood. This is I'm a subject matter expert, and I wrote the book on this subject matter.
Right. And to be clear about what it is that you want your readers to do. Do you want them, is this going to be a part of your curriculum that you're going to use when you're coaching clients or training clients? Is this the book that you'll use when you do classroom training? Is this just a way to get in the door for speaking engagements? What is it that you want to do with your book, and being very clear about that as you begin the writing of your book.
Oh, I love that, because planning is so important.
Yes, it is.
So let's talk about your book, which is called On Your Mark. I think is there a copy? Is that?
Well, actually, that's another book. That's my new book.
Oh, okay.
That's the newest book that I've written.
Do you want to show it to us?
Yeah, absolutely.
I cannot see it. I'm squinting.
This is the follow-on book to On Your Mark. I wrote the On Your Mark to give you all the sort of the basics and the tools and the tips and all the things you need to know to write your book. And then this is the workbook that follows on, that provides you with guided exercises and worksheets and planning, so that you can create the book. And it's all in one place. It's not in all these notes all around. So I use this as a hand out when I go to speak for groups, and I do a lot of speaking and workshops and retreats. So it's the tool. It's my curriculum guide when I'm speaking, but it's also a great tool for folks who want to have that tool. They've read On Your Mark, and now they want to, like, let's get going, let's get writing. This is the book that will help you do that.
That's wonderful. So you've got the strategy book, and then you've got the implementation book. And they go
Absolutely.
together.
Yes.
Okay. And you guys can check out all the things about Cathy at her website, which is right below us. So let's talk about how the process of writing a book
Yes.
can, yeah. So your process specifically is you're saying, take what you know and write a book about it, whether you're already doing it in a course, you're already speaking about it. So why should somebody write a book, Cathy?
Well, they should write a book because it is that tool that is often a ticket to get in the door. I was talking with someone the other day, and she said, I have to write a book. She said, I was in the lineup to do a $10,000 keynote, and I didn't get chosen because I didn't have the book yet. And I think that is so important. Sometimes your book is your ticket to either high fee speaking engagements, to consulting opportunities, to it's the credential that establishes you as a coach. I know when I started my coaching business almost 9 years ago now, I really didn't have a credential other than I had written books to grow my business. And so I was an author, but I had no other credential. So I thought, well, I'm going to write a book about how to write a book. And that became my credential for my speaking and coaching around writing. And that is exactly what a book can do for you in your business. So it's so important to have it, but it's important to start with the fundamental tools. So to get really focused on the fundamentals. If you'd like, I can talk a little bit about some of those fundamentals.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I feel like people watching, whether we're in the process of writing a book or maybe we've already written it, but we know it's not exactly where we want it to be. What are the fundamentals? Go ahead, please.
So first is just outlining what are the ways that you're going to use it in your business. Is it the handout? Is it the calling card? Is it the curriculum guide? So being clear about that. Developing your thesis statement. What is the book about? And it's not about this broad topic, writing. It's some narrow niche. It's some narrow sliver of that larger topic, and being very, very clear about that. Also clear about who your targeted reader is. I know I work with some authors who feel like their book is for everyone. And in some ways, I know it could be for a lot of people, but you're not going to sell many books if it's for everybody, because really everybody means nobody.
That's exactly right. And that is the marketer's nightmare.
Exactly. So being so clear, and I do some exercises, and there's a series of great exercises in my new book that help people think about specifically who is that targeted reader, and being really specific, not only in demographic characteristics, but psychographic characteristics. How does that reader or potential reader feel about your topic? Are they angry? Are they frustrated? Are they upset? Are they hopeless? I mean, really capturing that and understanding the scenarios that might bring someone to your book will help you write a clearer book that really does meet the needs. Because it's important that your book isn't just about a topic, it is a solution to the reader's problem. And the more you can get really clear on what is the problem that you solve for your readers, then you can write that book.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay, so you are offering, I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. One day I'll be all better.
I know.
So you are offering a special meeting, and I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about that. So anybody watching today or any day that you catch this video, guys.
Absolutely. So if you have questions about your book, if you're getting started or you're stuck, or you just don't know where to go from where you are, I would love to talk with you. It's a complimentary strategy session. It'll be a 30-minute consultation. We'll talk about what your idea is, what your book is, where you're stuck, and then I'll give you some ideas for moving forward. That might be in working with me, but it might not be. So we'll talk about that, and there'll be no pressure and no obligation. So just send me an email at Cathy@cathyfyock.com and just say, I'd like to schedule a strategy session, a complimentary strategy session with you, Cathy, and I'll be honored to schedule time with you.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much for offering that. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up by asking you this. If somebody has already written a book and they think they could do a better job, would you recommend that they do a second edition or that they start from scratch?
Well, of course, the answer is it depends. It depends on how different their business is, or how much they want to pivot with this next edition or this next book. It depends on, are the readers for your current book, if you have a lot of readers, you want to be sure to take them with you. So it might be smarter to have the next book to have some of those foundational principles and then include the next steps in your next book. So it really depends on like where your business is going, how different the content is, how much content you want to add or repurpose, and what your purpose is for sending out a new edition. But the good news is there's lots of ways to move forward. If you've made a mistake or your book isn't all that you wanted it to be, there are lots and lots of solutions. So having a consultation even is a great way to get some ideas about how you might want to refocus or pivot your book.
I love that. Thank you. So you hear that all is not lost ever. So you can
Never.
find out exactly. You can find out lots of stuff about Cathy and reach out to Cathy, cathyfyock.com. Cathy, thank you so, so much for joining today. I really appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.
Everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again soon.